Welcome back, Tread users, to a new episode of Thrival. We are back, and we're here in the Nether Hub today. There we go. We are going to be working on some chandeliers in the Nether while I recap a very, very exciting subject. Season 6 of our Ultra Hardcore has just finished releasing. I'm recording this on April Fool's, which is why the game sounds are pretty much off, is because we village people are spamming up the old um, sounds. So if you're wondering why that is, the game sounds aren't on, that would be why. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna just talk about UHC Season 6 while we do this. But first, real quick, a real life update. Um, I just got a job, so I am working what is technically full time now. Um, but I will be still producing videos as frequently as I can. I have a new series planned, which you can all hype about. The few of you who are actually interested, and um, basically that'll be coming out when it's ready. Um, no rush it. But it'll have a bunch of episodes that I can have scheduled to release whenever. I'm not sure I like that one on the end, honestly, so I'm gonna get rid of it. But yeah, that'll be coming out within a month. Within a month, it'll have. Uh, um, I'm just gonna say hey to him, and hopefully that I can continue talking. So UHC Season 6. Um, quite laggy. That was a disappointment, honestly. Um, and I was not planning for lag. I did not expect it. We'd recently upgraded servers, so I thought we would be way capable of handling it. But it turns out we are not. Uh, uh, and that was really disappointing because we had guest stars, as you guys saw, and I felt really bad for them for having to experience that. Laggy servers are terrible, and especially if you're in an event to promote something, it just looks bad for that server. Um, so yeah, it is not was not the best of scenarios for us that way. Um, in a bit. Um, I'm trying to be nice to him. So yeah, basically, yeah. Okay, so guest stars lag. That was unfortunate. But what can you do? We move on from that. Teams. The teams were great, all except for poor freaking black team. They got really I need to look where that's positioned. Poor red team or black team. They just got so unlucky with who had to stay and who had to go. I'm pretty pissed about Highboy, honestly. What basically ended up happening with that was last minute someone couldn't show up, and we were like, okay, well, we were planning on them attending, so that's not good. We need someone to cover us, and we asked around, and You Is Dead is basically like, oh well, I have a guy who could play. His name's Highboy, and we're like, yep, whatever. We need someone, so just bring him. We're fine with that. Um, so yeah, we just kind of brought Highboy in last second and assumed he would be good to play. I mean, You Is Dead said that he was interested, so I don't know. We just assumed and put our faith in the wrong guy apparently. But you know, what can you do? He left. So after he left, then Benzad123 sweet guy he is, had to go too. Not his fault. It was pretty late for him when we started, and it happens in UHC. It especially with us apparently. Thrival UHC, we have at least one person per season uh, leave because they have to go home, or not go home, go out and about or something. Uh, and then yeah, Green and You is Dead at the end of the season had to leave too. Um, so they went to go to 0-0. But that's skipping quite a far ahead. So their team got pretty unlucky. We were disappointed. SBK was supposed to come, but yeah, he was unable to last minute. So we had to work around that. Um, and yeah, so other than that, the teams were randomized, and we got Team Flower Power, which ended up being perfect. We worked together really well. Little Bob had played with Rips, and he obviously we brought him in last minute too. James is pretty good friends with him, and Little Bob has actually joined the server now, so um, that's cool. But yeah, so Little Bob joined last minute, and he's really good friends with James, so they're like just put us together so that way Little Bob doesn't have to dive in with a whole bunch of new people. And he actually ended up knowing Rips already because Rips was the one who secured James Wisner's place on the server. He vouched for him and said that he would be good fit. So we trusted him, and we let James on. And so it ended up working out for Little Bob. He went with a whole bunch of people he knew and me. So I got to be in a new position and be the odd man out, sort of, but it kind of worked out because we all synergized very well. We all had similar ideas of how to play. We all agree that the best strategy is to wait until you're ready to fight and then go fight, which is controversial. People call it BTCing and everything, but to me, that there's a different connotation with that. So I say odd man out, but really there was no odd man out. We worked together really well. We did really well with a start. We had pretty much, I'm assuming, of all the people, the best start. But I honestly kind of want to move those down one more. I might do so later. But these are just temporary, I guess. If people want to move them, they can. If they don't like them, they're perfectly allowed to change them and do as they wish. But since no one was making chandeliers, I thought, hey, I'll do it. I'm not the worst builder that's ever been. So yeah, that our team worked out really well. Our spawn was fantastic. I couldn't have asked for better with that. That's in the right place, isn't it? No, it is not. Crap. Well, basically, yeah, our team did great with the spawn and early game. We didn't have to venture very far to look for good loot because we had it right in front of us the whole time, which was really nice. I've rarely get good spawns in UHC, so it was nice to get one this season. We didn't get a blacksmith, which would have been even better, but we did get a library, and I think, yeah, maybe two libraries. I'm not 100% sure, but we got a ton of books from it either way. We didn't have to look for cows, which is always a hindrance in UHC, is spending the time to get leather. And so that was a good thing for us. And after we expected or nighttime to come really quickly, but with the tick lag that we were getting with the server, nighttime ended up being like almost 2 or 3 day cycles later than it should have been. So we went in and caved pretty early, and that was not the best, but it ended up working out for us. We got diamonds right away, and then we moved on from there to go look for chickens, I think. And we did pretty well. We got bows. I took a bit of damage there. I didn't last as long without taking damage as I had hoped I would, but I lasted longer than most people did, and I thought that was pretty strong of me. Not my best. I've not the Iron Man that I have been in a couple previous seasons, but yeah, I think I did good with that part. Little Bob, of course, got our Iron Man title this season. He didn't take damage until like the 5th episode, maybe. Uh, he was a champ with that. We didn't. I don't remember our gold situation. I think we were fine. We were just saving it for potions, really. Uh, we pretty much over prepared that season. We could have probably gone and hunt for people a lot earlier, but we didn't. And I don't think there was anything wrong with our planning and everything. We just happened to be a little bit delayed. That's all. Compared to the other teams, and it worked out. The first PvP, of course, went down between blue and green, in what turned out to be a quite shocking twist of events. I was not expecting blue team to go out first. They seemed like the team to beat. I hate it when people you know, premeditate those. I don't know what the right word is. They feel like one team's gonna win just based on its members. But I felt like they were a pretty strong team, and they could have gone a lot further than they did. Just based on UHC experience, they should have had a good team comp, but ended up losing there because they didn't have the enchants. Was pretty much my take on it. Like they didn't get ahead with enchants, and Tox had an invisibility glitch too, uh, which is unfortunate. But I mean, it's part of the vanilla game. It's a glitch. There's nothing you can do. So I mean, from Aid's perspective, Aid doesn't have didn't have the invisibility problem with Tox, but supposedly Off-White and Zreal and maybe Spirit too. I'm not 100% sure. Had the invisibility problem coming from the portals. Portal transportation seems to be the cause, in my experience. I did not change my skin. This is part of the April Fool's thing, just so you know. And I had exactly the right amount of glass. Don't you love it when that happens? But yeah, so that they died there, and it was pretty surprising. Tox is the only one I've ever seen in any UHC thing to take out a whole team of 4 by himself. That was insane that he did that. Where's the fire at, man? Get rid of that. And it really, honestly, was surprising, and props to him if he managed to take their whole team out. Oh my good God, people! Can we just all agree to fix the Nether hub when it breaks? The next set of PvP encounter was between, I believe it was Red and what was left of Team Black. I think I'm not 100% sure on that, but I'm pretty sure that they were the next PvP encounter. And Black, I don't really know exactly what happened to you is dead. I guess his recording software wasn't, or he turned it off because it wasn't worth recording with the lag and all that. But no, I need those two. And basically, this is just all in here for repairs, by the way. And yeah, he seemed to not have recorded, so I don't really know what happened to him, but basically I know he got blown up by a creeper, and then proceeded to leave, and green kind of just rushed in. He did some good lava damage, which was impressive, and then died as well. He didn't get a kill to weaken Red Team. Red Team lost his first member because I'm Mr. Osmo had to leave. So there was that. I felt like that was a pretty predictable outcome, though. Red Team was surprising. Like Tai Wee, like his strategy was really strange. Oh, this isn't my tunnel. His strategy to me was very strange. I did not understand what he was going for, but basically he avoided caves was his whole strategy, and I do not feel good about that. I feel like that is basically the definition of strip mining. It wasn't in a strip mine fashion, but basically strip mining to me is mining for materials while avoiding caves. So it seemed like that was his goal, was to get full iron without caving at all. And to me, that's really disappointing because that's half of UHC, and my favorite part of the game is caving. But to him, it's damage. I don't know. That is something we'll have to discuss for future seasons if we believe that staircasing down is not the same thing as strip mining. But to me, it is. So I didn't really like that. But they played that way. It's their choice. We didn't clarify on that or anything beforehand. So it's interesting. He says he's really good at UHC, but he's missing out on half of the um, experience, in my opinion. I mean, this is just poking fun at Taito because I know he's gonna be watching this video and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna kick your ass next season," um, which I'm looking forward to. We're not discussing any information about that game type or release date or anything like that because it hasn't really been fully set in stone yet. Um, you're all welcome to your guesses though, and you can leave them in the comments if you'd like. But continuing on, what I'm doing here is I'm just digging out. I want to make a shop in here, and I have a cool idea for one, which I'll share with you at the end of the episode. Um, basically, the next set of encounters, I think, was the last one. Besides us, it was just red, green, and us. Obesity died in the meantime to a witch. Very sad. I don't know what's wrong with him, but he dies to PvE all the time in UHC. He just has some curse, as he said in his video, somewhere like something doesn't love him enough. Notch does not shine upon him. The light of Notch does not shine upon him with PvP death. But he his team, green team, was Tox and Gamer, and I believe they took down Nick Dog. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't watched the final episode yet. I know I'm really behind, guys. I'm sorry. I've just been so busy with work. But from my memory, I believe they took down Nick Dog, and it was 2v2. And they I think the red team definitely came out victorious in that. And then the weirdest possible ending proceeded to occur. Tai Taiwi was shot by Cubsy. Cubsy killed his own teammate. Screw this. Apparently, they told us afterward that Cubsy was lining up a shot and missed and killed Tai Taiwi. So that was almost a first because You Is Dead killed Benzad early for the first team kill ever. So we had 2 team kills, and then Cubsy, maybe he did this before he shot Tai Taiwi, but he drowned somehow and then respawned and had all his items. Like, apparently his game crashed while he was jumping over a river, and like he fell in, and like you could hear drowning noises and stuff, and he was just like trying to log back in. We wanted to say that was it, like, oh, you're out, man, but he logged back in and he had all his items, so I mean, I guess he could continue. Like, I don't know what the right thing to do in that situation is. He saw Jesus though, that's for sure. He met Jesus, and came back from it, and then this villager guy in the background is just really happy about something. And so, yeah, he basically came back from the dead to continue playing, which was pretty interesting. I don't think that's really ever happened to anyone before in a UHC. So we had some unique moments. And then after Taitowi was dead, I mean, again, I may be mixing up the order here. If so, I apologize. But yeah, Cubsy was the last one alive, and there were all 4 of us still, and we had I think some of the best gear that any of us have ever seen in a UHC. We had, I think, 3 sharpness 3 swords, and 2 were diamond, 1 was iron, and then we had uh, a power 3 bow, and I think something else. I'm not 100% sure. Uh, I know that we had at least power 2 and and sharpness 1 on everything. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure on what our gear was, but I think the lasting thing we're going to take away from this season, besides the importance of lag-free UHC, is, oh, I just threw that off the ground. The nether is not only a place from which you can get potions, but a place from which you can get enchantment or higher level enchantments. I think that the strategy that we used of using the bookshelves for higher level enchants and then breaking them down and enchanting for lower levels that we can use an anvil to combine is going to be a lasting strategy, perhaps. I think people could use that, especially with the nether quartz to get levels. It didn't take us very long at all, maybe 30 minutes for 3 of us maybe to get like 30 levels. About a level a minute, so it works out really well. I think that's something that people might take away is the nether is not only for potions anymore, it's for levels. I mean, it was fairly obvious that that was an option before this, but I think this season was the only one anyone's ever used, like actually gone for that. So there's that. We came in and pretty much talked, or Cubsy was the only one left, and I just real quick slapped him a couple times with my sharpness 3 diamond sword, maybe once, maybe twice. I'm not 100% sure on that. Oh, Nick's back, or Nick's here. I forgot. But yeah, I killed him. I killed Cubsy. I was very happy with that. My first UHC official UHC kill. I've gotten some in practice ones before. I'm not the best PvPer, but with my new computer, I'm excited to do more PvP and UHC because I have a feeling that I'm going to be a threat in the future. I'm not bad. We've done some OC.TC just for fun and stuff, and I'm not the worst. I'm not the worst by any means. So hopefully we get to do some more PvP in the future. With maybe next season, I'll get a couple kills or something cool. But yeah, in practice ones, Cubsy and I have met a couple times, and I think our record is 3-1. I've killed Cubsy 3 times. He's killed me once. So theoretically, I am his kryptonite. And hopefully we get to do some of that in the future. More PvP between us two, because he's a good guy, and I think he's fun to fight. Sadly, he was outnumbered 4-1, so maybe wish it could have been a little more fair. Last thing I want to touch on before I recap the episode a little bit is that I want to talk about the BTC accusations being made against me. People, definitely Season 5, people were upset that Rips and I won without doing anything, so to say. And this season, people said, "Oh, you guys did the same thing to win. You just hid in a cave the whole time, and then came out at the very end and got the last kill." So I believe there is some validity to that. We did take a lot longer than everyone else did. That's true, to prepare, but that doesn't necessarily imply BTCing to me. To me, the idea of BTCing is running away from your team to survive and then hiding the rest of the game without confronting anyone, rather than, or I guess the original term came from when people saw him kill Etho in, and I forget, maybe I think it was 10. Pretty sure it was 10. Maybe it was not 10. It was 9 through 11, somewhere around there, for the final kill. But to me, he deserved that one. He outplayed it really well. He went to the nether by himself. Was the second person to do so and was still successful with that. I think he deserved the win. Just because Etho got a bunch of kills doesn't mean he deserved to win any more than BTC. Uh, but that's just my look on it. So people think that we hid and we're shifty about it, but in truth, I think it's just the idea to me is that if you rush in to fight, if you get in chance right away and then go out to fight, that's great. If you feel prepared, like I did in season 1, I got in chance and went up and found Tox and died to him without dealing a single heart. But I think honestly that the thing with that is if you go out and fight and you kill someone barely and you live with like half a heart, 2 hearts, even 3 or 4 hearts, the chances that you're going to be able to kill the next guy you come across are